Good morning, friend. I am Neeraj Kumar Dinkar. Today we will discuss about the general topic which are given by the national themes. Our aim is zero accidents, zero harm. We will discuss about the zero harm, how to improvement and how to achievements of zero harm policy at your workplace. That is very difficult to implement. If think about the zero harm, everyone's thinking that is not possible because of that is a very realistic we cannot achieve. Everyone's if think the zero harms, that is keep in minds immediate minds delivers we cannot achieve zero harm because of that is very difficult. But you know that if we have a goal zero harm, then 100% you can achievements zero accident. Zero harm means small small things we have to consider if you are going to work with the organizations. So guys, as a safety professionals, if you have working a safety professionals, then you have must be think about the zero harm, how to achievement. If anyone's answers say zero harm, we want to achievement say zero harm, but that is not possible only for speaking zero harm. But they are behind the exercise, behind the safety measures must be at your workplace, then we can achievements of zero harm policy. Because of you know that national safety NSC each and every years us rise a theme about the good awareness for the safety at our in our India. Next we have why we have to input, why we think, why worry about the safety, and why we are going to more productive, more proactively to do some things. Because of you know that accident, our ILO ratio of accidents, there are many accidents happen happen up on earth. Because entire all in all in India, including the world, the accident ratio is very high, approx the 2.78 millions people's death on yearly basis. Each and every years 2.78 millions people say die. You know that if family each calculations per day 1000 family who each work with the industry sector, construction sectors, per day 1000 people are dying due to due to lack of safety negligence, lack of safety measures at you at workplace. So this is very important things we have to think about the safety at workplace. And because of safety is a core value, and safety is a very important for us, because of this is a also moral responsibility and humans safety. So that is very important. And also ILO guideline, ILO observed that ILO highlighted that points approx total country of GDP 4% of 4% of GDP there are happening in accidents at workplace entire India. Because of that, at total numbers of 4% of accident out of total all numbers of GDP, there are going to going to means depth or going to lost of our money. So that is a also important things. And suppose around 6,500 peoples per day, per day a, per day facing the occupational health disease, like peoples are working with noisy area, people are working with very dusty area, there is no safety measures, so that are facing the lungs problem, someone's facing the chronic disease, some chronic disease at your workplace. So guys, this is very important, so we must have safety if you are going to work with the organizations, because of this is a moral responsibility for save the human life. Persons, peoples are coming from out of state to out of state to work there, so that is very important to think about his family, what the family responsibility, if persons coming leave the family and come to our workplace, so that is a moral responsibility to provide proper safety gears and proper safety measures at your workplace, because of everyone's is unique in our up on earth, because of that entire world's one family members, and one family member, one guardians of family, all the family members, guardians is a world. If you know, you can say, if you are a guardians, then know that everyone's depending on you, so that is very important for safety to everyone, and a safety at workplace, so that we will discuss about the how to achievements zero harm policy at your workplace. So this is very important thinking about the safety. If you are going to work with the organizations, then first you should commitments, you should have one OHS policy. OHS policy is very important, because of without commitments of organizations and top managements, that is difficult to improvement safety at your workplace, because of if you have no OHS policy, no commitments of senior management, that is very difficult to improvements at on ground level. So first start from safety top managements. I want to share one examples for the another states. There are good company, I don't want to say company in name, but the company was very good, and when I used to work with the organizations at that times, first times safety persons has been hired during the work, but they don't authority to safety officers, don't authority to stoppage, don't authority to um, don't authority to conduct toolbox talk. There are very difficult, so only for hire for or clients requirements, and for the client requirements only for, but there is no safety improvement, so that is a very important thing. So some organizations, few organizations is there to only for hire safety managers for the legal requirement purpose and client requirement, but they don't want to safety improvement at your work on organization. So that situations are there in our India, and that but there are there are many organizations are strict about the policy, strict about the safety rules regulations. If you have working a Mahindra organizations, if you have working a Godrej Properties, if you have a Toyota Kiosks, so there are a lot of safety effort by the all managing directors to involvement to improvements good health safety culture. So now situations is there, now situations is there. There are some organizations are not taking effort about the safety. So guys, there are very difficult to achievements zero harm, achievements zero accident at work. at your workplace. So the many a lot of effort by the safety officers, managers, but they don't listen about the safety guidelines, instructions, and advisors, so that it results ultimately it happens, and people are dying, people are accidents happens, the company are extend the extra cost, extra expense, the extra cost at your workplace, but are not realized to how need to improvements. But if you want a zero or harm policy, then you must have one EHS policy. First is there. Second is there, if you are start the any activity, you have to have one logistic plan. Logistic plan is very important because of that how to materials keep on your workplace, how to materials stack and tower can everything must be designed before you start the work. And after the job is specific EHS safety plan, how to improvements good health safety culture. So there are must be every each and every point must be considered, must be incorporate in your safety process. And now peoples and organizations are doing one central EHS policy. Yeah, EHS specific EHS plans have been developed, but they don't want to specific project. What are the if you are working in Maharashtra, if you are going to work the Kolkata, there are climate will be changed, there are soil will be change, everything will be changed. So you have to have job specific safety plan at your workplace, because of each and every project act is different, will be different. Because if you are working in residential area, if you are working in forest area, so there are safety guidelines must be changed. So you have to have one EHS as each EHS plan, and including all safety measures, all safety concerns need to be fulfillment. Second thing, if you are going to any work, then you have to have inspections at your workplace. Because of this, that is a very important. If you have a system to each and every machine's equipments, if you has been come to other side, then inspections must be done at your workplace. Because of that is very difficult. Because of I am working with the organizations, there are very difficulty to there are very difficult to improvements. If materials, if equipments, damage equipments enter at your work site, there are chances of major accident. I also share one example. Because I am working with a client side, so there are many difficulty. Some contractors are trying to saving the money, and they are trying to use of old materials, use of very um, horrible conditions, because they don't want sometimes they don't want to safety, because of compromise with the safety. So one accidents happens, one passenger lift enter old passenger lift enter at my project, and there are lot of problems. There are some parts are defective, and they don't defective. But after the enter the project premises, then we have observed to there are a lot of problems. If you are going to use that old passengers first, that may be chance of fatality, that may be chance of serious accident our project. After that, we have take immediate actions to who directly instructions to the contractors out that materials without permissions do not allow, do not install in our project. After that, our contractors realize the safety systems, realize our concerns, then they have to take take good safety actions and immediate return from side and install a new passenger hoist. So that is a situations in our construction project. So how to, you have to have a good safety inspection system at your workplace. Some formality, some documentations must be in the next. We have discussed the risk assessment and HIRA and work method statement. That is a very fantastic way to implement health safety cultures. And based on HIRA, we can go and we can go and work safely at your workplace. HIRA is a hazard identification risk assessment, but now people are doing in only for I was HIRA. If you want to, if you instruct to make a HIRA, they will go on Google and search the HIRA and formatting and submit to clients. So that is a very, that is call of lagging indicators. We can say a lagging indicator. So you, if you have if you are working a safety professional, so then you must be start safety from your heart. If you want to become a good safety professional, so then must be prepare HIRA accordance of workplace. You have to go visit site and go on site, visit the situations, visit the locations, what are the hazards, what are the controls measures, and along with your engineers, along with your workers. Also workers must be aware, and a worker are very experienced persons. They know what is the hazards, what is the risk, because of they have a past experience, they have learned from accidents. Workers also. So if you are going to prepare the hazard HIRA, then you must be suggestions from each and every person who is involved in your HIRA. And also work method statements, because of if you are going to only for paperwork, so they don't, this is a waste of paper, this is waste of your knowledge, this is waste of your times, and accidents will be happen. Because if you are want to any safety improvements, then you must be do by the heartly, do positive things. You have to positive energy if you are going to develop a good health safety culture. So guys, we have discussed about the HIRA and risk assessment, HIRA, and also work method statement. That is a part that it was a part of planning. So planning, and there are must, you have to have inspections checklist, and you have to plan, and you have to trainings in schedule. So we can achievement. Next we have discussed about the of 2 3 lagging indicators. Lagging indicators means you have to have accident rate, and how to reduce the accident. If you are going to observe first aid cases, but you have to have a first aid cases, what is the, what are the root cause, what are the accident type of accidents. So you have to have one safety campaigns, because of you know that in constructions project, major first aid most of first aid cases happen due to hand due to non use of hand gloves, because of people's scratch, some cuttings, some few finger cut injury, hand cut injury, leg cut injury, is sometimes head cut injury, because of the sharp edge are there your access area. So that is very important to, you have to have one safety campaigns each and every month about the finger cut injury, how to finger, if you have not fingers, then how to work. So safety campaign is very important for us. So next we have discussed about the near miss. If you have near miss, some people, some organizations, and some also safety also engineers try to hide the, skip the near misses accidents reporting system, because of they don't want the, if you have a hide the near misses cases, yes, then you are going to who going to promote a safety violations, and you are going to achievements one fatal accident at your workplace. So if you are a safety professionals, then and and you must be think each and every near miss must be highlighted, must be is shared to the workers, because of if you are going to more sharing the mm, sharing in the sharing the incident and near misses, then that is accident and near miss to the workers, that may be very helpful to you improvements and learn from the near miss, and that is very helpful to improvement good health safety cultures at your workplace. Start ask of cost of accident, you know that that is a very fantastic way a to fantastic way to improvement project start cost of accidents. There are cost of accidents approx if you have not taking safety measures, the cost of accidents will be equal to 13 times. So if you want to safety measures 1000 and you have not provided 1000 for the safety, then you will be faced the 30 thousands of after accident. So you must be considered, but because of that is a that is a engineering controls, that is a scientific data of accidents. So you have to have think about the your cost of accidents, must you have to, if any safety violations at your workplace, then that should be his suggestions to the your or director to the your project head, because if you are not taking safety measures, that may be face that problem. There may be impact, financial impact on the organizations, also moral and reputations of organization. Next, we have discussed about the develop and implement safety standards. So how to use standard? If you are working a construction project, then you have to have based on BOCW Act, now BOCW Act 1996. And if you are working, if you have working with the factory and industrial sector, then you have to have you must be developed based on the Factory Act 1948. So after you have implement all those things based on the PCW, based on the Factory Act, then and that is a first step. You have improve the OSAS, and you improve the ISO 45001 and 19,000, 14,000. What are the related the certifications course? But you have to start from the based on the BOCW Act and Factory Act. If you have complete it, then you will go to next. Very helpful to you who develop a good health safety cultures, and you want to who zero harm, then you have to have competency of workers. You know that many organizations and have HR to check the competency of employee, competency of employee who are going to work with your organization. And you, that is your responsibility. If you are working a projects based, then that is your responsibility to check the competency of workers, competency of fitters, because of you know that at working sometimes electricians based on the contact basis, based on the project basis. So there are very chance, very probability of accident because of due to non-competent incompetent persons, incompetent persons working with your organizations. So you have to have one checklist, one record, and we have to have one mock-up rooms, so that can be check the competency levels. Because I know I have one experience when I used to work with the Godrej property. There are very good initiative by the contractors to make mock up one competency check. If you have, if you are a scaffolder, then mock-up room is a scaffolder. How to scaffolding in erected, you have to have some answers. There are some couple of, there are some sites that I can ask that questions, and that may be answers in the mock-up rooms. Also, this is a very good things if you are good things about the competency level check at your workplace. So next we have the review the everyone's is accountables, because of if you want a zero harm policy, zero harm, your m, this is m must be that m must be focused by the each and every persons, because you know that safety is not a single person's responsibility. Safety is responsibility, e, e, each and every person's responsible for safety and improvement at workplace. If there are gap, there are not support by the managing by the your senior managements and top managements, and also downgrade, there are very difficulty, we cannot achievements the zero harm safety policy at your workplace. Because of that is a very difficult task. If you are going to work with the organizations, there are only thinking about the work. Some organizations thinking about the safety, that is a very important. I heard one news by the Mahindra CIS. There are one there was one directors levels director, they are every Friday review the EHS statics. So, oh, that is very good things about the safety, because if managing director in a director level people review the HSC safety statistics every week, only 11 to 11 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock per day, 1 hours review the EHS statistics. So we can imagine that how much safety improvements at organize in that organization. So, oh, that is very good initiative I heard, and really I surprised to hear that types of initiative by the managing director. But some organizations not taking, because they don't have times, they don't have the safety initiative by the director. But organizations, some organizations, few organizations are very talented yet and very good things, and they are very proactively working in about the safety. Next, we have discussed BBS, behavior based safety. If you want zero harm policy, then you have to have BBS safety trainings. How to observe the behavior based safety trainings? Because if you have taking engineering controls, administrative control, engineering controls, and eliminate the hazards in five elements, you have hierarchy controls of you have taken, but but there are chance of accident due to behavior based issues. So one examples I want to share you when I used to work with the another organization, there are one suspended cantilever platform was there. But some people say there are also locking system are there, but the people's are people's behaviors are observed, the people's direct jump to the door and go outside of platforms, on outside of platforms which are installed all at approx 22 floors outside of buildings. They are trying that behavior. So, oh, if you have provided that is if you have provided the safety door, then peoples are jumping in the door, because of that is that is a very sensitive case. If you have taken safety measures, maybe workers as behaviors not controls, then you have who may might be face the major accidents at your workplace. So Oh, guys, sometimes you have to have motivational program, because of that is also part of safety that can improvements behaviors in your motivational program. Some gift, some incentive, if awards, some there are a lot of things. If you are working at leaders, then you have to have one leadership tea party, coffee party. You can show that there are some tips of about safety. You have to complete the task, there are very fantastic. So oh, that is also very helpful to you who develop a good health safety cultures, and very helpful to who use of accidents. Thanks guys, thanks for watching my video.